sports. It's in the game.
Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, The Coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one. Between the Pittsburgh Steelers...
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Fighting through. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson. He'll get that to his tight end, Casper. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. He'll find Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 66 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A little over 20 yards there, and in 2 plays, they've now moved the ball over 60 yards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Here's Bohannon, the fullback. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
Cunningham looking to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Johnson there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They go play action now. Jackson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Now a first down carry by Bell. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Casper. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now Bell, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson, and that's complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson, a strong running. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts? The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf, 54 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. A screen to Bell. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Jackson. This is Casper catching it out right. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now Jackson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 2 quarters. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll get 5 on the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll get 3 up to midfield. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now Cunningham. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Cunningham. He's got his man Sharp complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Once again with Sanders. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And it'll bring up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They'll run with a fullback, Bohannon. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They have the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Cunningham to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Dave Casper, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Jackson throwing again. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson down. Going to throw again. That's complete. It's Bell. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Jackson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Mike Gesicki 45 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He's going to take a shot. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 43 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Jackson throwing on 4th down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Cunningham. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. 6-time Pro Bowler Calvin Johnson, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. A play fake. Now Cunningham. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? Yeah. This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Partner, I think the thing I'm going to take away from this game is that ending. Still hard to believe they score on the final play, and then for some salt on the wound, they go for 2 just to widen the margin.
Not to mention, they already had the lead when they scored on the final play. So I don't know if everyone on the team is a fantasy football player, and they're like, hey, get more points for our guys. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe a coach is looking ahead and saying, you know something, the more points we have might be the tiebreaker. But, boy, what a way to finish it.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.